So today it's Hok Seung Ying Kuen. So I this time I wrote I wrote an article about the thing that is linked in this video, so you can reach it. And there I try to put all the information so we don't waste too much time in talking. But I just have a few notes that I want to share with you, just in brief, to introduce the subject. So why I decided to share this? Not for, I mean, Phu Hoc it's well known everywhere. There's a lot of people who plays Phu Hoc. There's a lot of videos about Phu Hoc. What the world doesn't need is another video of another guy that shows his Phu Hoc. What I am looking forward is just to give you an insight of how the Phu Hoc was taught in my school by Master Chan Chung. And the idea, just to try to explain you in a Western way, is something like driving a car. Yeah, I know it's weird, but think about if when you drive a car, if you know how the clutch works, you can drive, and in a manual transmission, I mean, you can drive it much better because you know what's going on when you press the pedal and what happens. So the same thing is with Chinese Kung Fu. I think that this knowing what's underlie the exterior, the show, the ballet, which is beautiful, of course, of the Kung Fu, practicing it in a more efficient, more productive way. So that's it. So that's what I decided to share it. Second thing, the name. So Phu Hoc Seung Ying Kuen means double fist or double strike of the tiger and of the crane. But usually I see that a lot of people stick on the idea that this is the two main animals of the style. In fact, while the tiger has quite an important part, because there is this beautiful battle of the tiger near in the middle, but the crane is just a few movements. So why that? Now, the idea is that the tiger and the crane do not, in the name, do not want to indicate that the animals are there. They want just to indicate that there are two opposites that interact and cooperate. So the tiger symbolizes the bridge going so hard, and the crane symbolizes there to symbolize Yao, the soft bridge. So the two ultimate elements on the Chinese cosmology, they yin and yang, so the yang and yin for us, and this is why the old guy Wang Fei Hong decided to use these names. So just don't search when you practice the Phu Hoc Seung Ying Kuen. Don't think about just the animals, but think about the bridges, the two main bridges of the Hong style bridges, Gong Yao, the first two, and the bridges that include everything else. So strong and soft, hard and soft. Okay, so this is the names, and this is how we'll proceed in the explanation. So I have my notes here. It's not easy to explain the essence of a video or the essence of a form like the Phu Hoc, which is a form that could be a school in itself. You know, Phu Hoc is so complete, so wonderful, but for this reason, I decided to use the allegory of the comedy. So Phu Hoc, as any other form that are set in Kung Fu, is like a comedy, a representation. It represents a fight, actually. And in this representation, there are two acts, which are the Phu and the Ha. So the first act is more Phu, is more Gong, so it's more hard and tough, while the second act, the Hok, is more agile, is softer, and these two parts interact, and these two parts, both parts include the hard and the soft. So it's like the Russian doll, the dolls that are one doll and another doll and another doll into the doll. And this is it. So I'll try to explain. So every act has some episodes, and what we will talk about this time is the first act, so the full part, which in my opinion is the most important in terms of giving you, giving the martialist, the practitioner, an experience that is very useful for increasing his performance, his skills in this kung fu, and his understanding of the art. One thing is, again, as Master Chan and Chung taught, was different from any other way of teaching that I see. So Master Chan and Chung didn't stick on the details. He never corrected the little things, the finger, the hand, the thing. He was always focused on the essence of what you did. So, for instance, when you did the pearl bridge, like that, and the only thing that he said was, he told me once, that was looking at my finger, and he said, "Don't look here," as I already said, this in the Tissin part. But why not? That was, it meant that your sight must be always focused on the opponent, not on what you're doing. So this was the essence. It wasn't a detail, don't look at the finger. The idea was always look at the opponent. So think what you're doing in this comedy. So in this comedy, in different episodes, we will be very focused on keeping the attention on the opponents. The first act, the full part of Fu Hok, includes a series of episodes that I can synthesize like this. So there is the salute first, then there is the intro, this part that we'll see, and we'll not spend much time on that because there is not as important in terms of understanding what's going on and understanding the essence. Then there is the first scene, that is when we start going 45 degrees right and left. Then this is the first scene, is a fight against two opponents. The second scene comes after we've dealt with the two opponents 45 degrees, and so in the second scene things get rougher because we have three opponents and one is as a stick. And so we have to deal with a tougher treat. And for today, we'll stop here. And the next time, next Saturday, we'll consider the very wonderful part. So the battle of the 10 tigers, which we will cover, and where we deal with five opponents. So what's the meaning of all this? We are always focused on understanding that what we do is not a representation of a real fight. This must be very clear. What we do is just that we imagine a fight, trying to put ourselves into a combat situation, but that combat situation must be something that is fluid, that can change. And so that's why we understand that this is the only way to understand that our movements cannot be stereotyped. Like, okay, I receive a punch here, so I block the punch, and then I, for instance, I throw another punch there, because that opponent is not somebody who gives us a punch where we want. So what we will learn practicing the full Hok as and all the Hong style forms as Master Chan and Chung taught is to totally forget what the opponent does. We have an opponent that wants to attack us as a treat, and what we do is what the full Hok teaches us is we take control of the situation. So that's the ultimate meaning of a form: how to take control of the situation and eventually how to win a fight overcoming the opponent in spite of what he does. So this is why the Chan and Chung way of training the form is different from everything else I see on the net, because the rest, and I see also in the demonstration, that there is the guy gives a punch and then he gives a kick and then he hammers, and then after the hammer. No, Chan and Chung taught us you don't care what he does. You take control. You take control of the space. You take control of the fight. You take control of everything. And so now we see how to accomplish this task. So, the full Hok starts with a salute, okay? And the salute is really the standard salute. It's not as interesting with the feet together. This is a standard salute, and we start here with the standard salute to remember what Chan and Chung said. Stay focused. So salute is fight. You know, there's a threat coming from this attack line in front of us. So what we do in the salute is we don't lose our focus, and we keep an eye on the opponent. So please, on the salute, do not do something like that. Okay, salute goes there. Then this part. One little last thing. There are different contents in the form. Some contents are clearly training stuff, so basic techniques. We do not need to find a combat meaning in those. There are other parts that are more combat-oriented, real combat-oriented. So we'll try to distinguish them. And this is a progression. So the first part, the first episode, so the introduction and the first episode is more training. The more we proceed in the form is more combat and acting. Okay, so we've done our salute, and I try to lower it a little bit so you don't miss the foot, which is something that we might need. Okay. So the problem is that I will have to move back and forth to adapt to the screen because full Hok moves quite a bit. So after the salute, we start with the introduction. So the introduction is usually something like that. Okay. What we want to do here is start understanding the underlying concept. What is this? A block. You think you can block a kick with a hand, that's a block of a kick. So everybody tells you, oh, that's a block of a kick. No, if a flat, strong kick like this, there's no way to block it with the hand. You break your hand. So this is not a block. This is just a way to load the spring. You know, it's loud. Load a spring so you can proceed with your techniques. So do not stop there. Do not waste energy. Start going like this. again here, and go there, okay? Never waste the energy. Here it bounces, always bounce, okay? Another thing, now the fists, okay? Start using the body. It's not a matter of the arms, it's a matter of the body. So when you go from here, put your energy there. Okay, this is, and then the intro. The old guy, Wang Fei knew that we can reach the position without doing all the cinema of this. But first, second, as in the beauty of the Wing Chun, you know, this thing, this as a meaning, this is a way of teaching us how to move. And what we want to do is we do not crush on the leg. We just stay light. We are in setting up, but when we touch the ground with the foot, we do not falling on the leg. So 1 and 2 is light. The weight is on the front of the feet. And then we start. Again, don't waste your energy. Do not. So this is, I'll practice it in the basic way first. 1, 2. Okay. Then we try to understand what's going on. There's no reason to waste energy here because we are dealing with a trust that needs to be loaded. So again, this is the thing. Okay. And again, bounce. And again, bounce. Here, the menace comes from there. We start looking there, and here, use your body. Turn, and don't waste your energy. This is wonderful, but please do not go with the wrist thing. Use your body. This is not punch 1, punch 2, but this is a menace that comes from there, and so we just change the distance, mess up our opponent's strategy, and do something that has a meaning, whatever he does. Whatever he does, is a kick, is, you know, we just get in. Okay, so, and this is the introduction. Not the introduction, let's start with the first menace, with the first opponent. He comes from 45 degrees, on our right. So the usual, thing is that we go there, we kick. I do it short, so if I don't get out of the screen, should be something like that. But I try to stay on the place, okay? Okay, what's going on here? The menace is coming. What is this? Well, this is just something that tells us that while the menace is coming, there is an opponent that clearly seen us here and is aimed to hit us here in this position. What we are doing is just we change the distance. We occupy the space that he is thinking about occupying for reaching us and hitting. So what we do is just a little P-bridge crowd. We crowd. This can be everything. To me, it's just training. It's just a way of, disturbing whatever you want. We don't care. But what we do is that, again, this block of a kick, no. You cannot block a kick with the hand, with a bent wrist. You break. This would be a massacre of your hand. What happens, and we'll see better in the next episode, is that we just have shortened the distance between us and our opponent, and what we do is we put a measure. I mean, we control him. This can be that we put our hand, on his leg, on his waist, somewhere, but we reach him. We reach him and we open. This is what really happens here. Yes, and we fight. Whatever we do, we fight. We fight with one hand, and because we move around the attack line. Okay, and so this is not a block. This is just that we shorten the distance. We stop him. We put him out of balance. If he's running, we just put him a hand on his waist, so we break his spine line and we put him out of balance so we can reach him immediately. So this is the meaning of this. So let's go on. Okay, so this is what happens this is what we've just done with him, and somebody else is coming from here. So again, what we do is that we put a defense or something like that, but then we use, again, a circle of line. This is more exercise than fight, but the idea, the fighting idea in this part is that what is this? This is, it says he blocks a hammer. No, we'll see it in the next episode more clearly, but the idea is that we create room. We create room and we do stuff. This is very stereotyped. It's not conceptual. It's just the idea of using the energy, using the energy to go in, which is what happened back in the days. Then we're done with the guy and we come back to our place. Please. There's already somebody coming from there. So do not turn your head in that direction, as I see many times, and get hit here. Just keep an eye on the guy that's coming from there. And you can do the same thing on the other side. Okay. This is Kung Fu. It's not about block a hand, block the hammer, and do stuff. It's about becoming the master of the situation and getting into the fight, taking control of everything, taking control of the space, changing the space, changing the cards on the table of your opponents, so you mess up his strategy. Okay? We've done this, and again, and we can go back to our place, but there's already somebody coming from there, so we stay focused here. Now, there is this part that is the second scene, and will be the lesson for today. It's quite important. In this scene, what happens? We have the opportunity to understand how to deal with a menace of somebody coming with a stick, a long stick, or on a sword, and then with other two guys coming from the sides. So this is what is the idea underlying here? The idea is that you have to stay focused, be as efficient as you can, do not lose time and energy doing strange blocks of your movements, but always using your whole body to get into the thing. And we'll see that the basic techniques that you usually find explained are not exactly what you hear. I do it here so you understand it, and we'll explain. I will go 45 degrees so you can see it on the side. So again, we try to take control of the situation. I do it short, the jump to go. And what we do is, so say block, what the hell does it block? If I block a kick like this, the kick finishes in my groin, which is unpleasant. Again, what we are doing here is we take control of the opponent, And with this, I do it 45 degrees. The opponent is coming with a stick. It's nothing unreal, it's whatever it gives. He has his hand raised, right? He has probably a long stick, and so he's far. What you do, you change the distance, and you get into the fight. So you put his weapon out of reach because it's too close. And what you do, you just push him out of balance. So he's there with his raised weapon, and he gets sort of, that's one of the explanation, but the idea is not what you do this and he does that. The idea is that you get into the fight, you change the distance, and then what he probably does, and we understand that we need this to proceed something, but what he does, if he has this stick, we just defend ourselves, creating a roof. So the stick, we obviously know that if the stick is, the guy is right-handed or left-handed, if it's right-handed, the stick is there, so it will slide, which is the case here, will slide on our arm. It doesn't hit us. We cannot. We create a slope for it. So, and we use his momentum, to grab. So think, whatever happens can be a stick, a sword, even hands coming along guy. What we do is we get into his space, we take over his space, and we use his momentum to grab it, which is the form would be and so on. But the real thing is use his momentum to grab the bridge. One. Grab and pulling, and then again, get in, grabbing out of balance and punch. So 45 degrees, realistic, not stereotype, would be something like that. And this is Kung Fu, as was taught by Master Chen. This is very important because if you work on this part, considering the meaning of the whole thing, the meaning is not block here, do that. The meaning is that mess up the strategy of the opponent, changing the distance, break his line with pressing, his sprinting is there, and you go in front and thrust, and then you protect yourself, the weapon blow, something uses momentum, go back in, grab, and do whatever you want. You can grab him on your knee, you can grab and you and then punch. Okay, we've done the guy is out of the battle for a while. So what we have a problem, Captain, because there is somebody else that is coming from here. And I go fast on this because it's better showing it's the same part on the alternative symmetrical part here because it's in front of you. So I show you just this with punch. What we do, you see the manas here, and the form tells us to do this, and then to go and do stuff that we see later. What is this? You say there's somebody's coming, and they say block, and you punch. So if we are here, somebody's coming from there, running and trying to hit us, we have no time to block and punch. The idea is we get into the fight just turning our body and putting ourselves in a land condition, low bridge condition. It's like the weight go, is here. Take off your center of gravity from this tech line to go there, and this is right, a guard that is there just to be ready and prepare yourself and load your spring for action. So there, this is pure form, but what's important comes after this, that I do it here, and then we'll do it on the other side. So we've finished to deal with this guy, and we've seen somebody, we hear somebody there. So what we do is we turn, and again, we are in the same situation, and now there's an interesting thing. Again, there is a menace, and again, we get into the space of the opponent with sweeping and counter-attacking. So something like that, which is what the form tells you. The form tells you to do something like that. What the real meaning of this thing is, we sweep, we load, and we go into his guard. So the guy was coming in, we just brought by the bridle guy down, his attack down, and we counter-attack. And this is just load and go and bounce, okay? And again, we can grab and get in. So as from the on guard position, as this, there, Sorry. Use always your body, okay? If you use your body, your thrusts, your punches will get out destructive. And we need them because now the guy with the stick lost his stick, but is as angry as he can be, and is coming from here. So we are in this position, and the guy is coming, and we are late. We are late, so it's probably coming. So the idea is that anybody that wants to approach us and being a menace, it comes at the face level. So what we do here, we do an inverse P bridge. So we change the distance, but in this case, we just move backwards to create enough increase of the distance to put his hits out of measure. So here, and we go down. And what is this? So this is the form, okay? It goes back. I don't have space, but 1, 2, 3. What happens is that this is another series of movements that cannot be made in single pieces. It's in a continuous action that has nothing to do with what the guy does. It has to do with what we do. The only thing is that we are late, so we need to give us some space to counteract. So we sweep here and we create, which is something realistic. We create, and this is also a way to load. And we are here and we get in. It didn't work, or we grab, or whatever. Anyway, again, we change the game. We were front, but immediately we go back, which can be executed or explained how you like. So it's just get in, go back, get in again, one, and is just a matter of fact that you do not wait for what he does. You take control of the situation, you create enough space here to put him out of reach, and which is this little jump, and little jump and going low. So the guy, whoever attaches you, aims at your face, so you get away from him, and again stay low, and then from here you trust. It's, all your body that goes here. And then this can be something that you grabbing or, and whatever. But the idea is that, again, you're putting out of control, because if you grab and you pull, now you have an advantage that this should be executed continuously. You cannot stop yourself somewhere in the middle, because if you just go like this, even worse, if you go, look there, and when you look, it destroys your head. So what you want to do is just and here, this is the first tiger, which is always something like getting into the opponent's guard, just moving on the sides of the attack line, changing the angle. Because this is exactly what happens. You are here, and you change on the angle here, and you change there. And this you can execute as you like. The last single claw tiger, which is the beginning of the 10 tigers battle, that we'll see in the next time, we'll cover next time, is exactly what we want to do. We get out of reach in terms of distance, or we get out of reach in terms of staying away from the attack line. And this is what we want to do with our full hawk. That can be executed for the demonstration, so clean, with the completed movement, long reach, without losing the underlying concept. So we can try to see again this last part, the second episode of the first act. It's like this, and that's it. And this so beautiful, so wonderful. Please, when you do this, don't tell me that this is a block of a hammer. You can have been training with your kettlebells for years. You can be training with whatever you want. If with my regular arm, no particular muscles, no body conditioning at all, because I think that in 2020 is stupid, more stupid for a guitar player as I am, but anyway, it's wrong. It's something that urgent yourself and useful. It's better to understand how to fight. But if you try to block with one hand, my hammer, given with the whole body behind it, I tell you, you can be as strong as you want. If I catch you, I hurt you. If I don't break your hand. So this is just going in, it's going in, changing, going in, ready, going in, going back, and going in again. Okay. And then our last part. And this is it. So, thank you for watching. Yes, I'm quite wet. It's hot and humid. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure. And I hope I see you again next time. So next Saturday, same time, same place. And for any question, whatever, feel free to write. Better on the email. So it's written on my blogs. So it's alberto@biraghi.org. And you reach me and you can write me better in the messenger. And ciao, grazie, un saluto da Verona. Buonasera, Francesco, and Damiano, and blah, blah, and Frank again, and Jared. Ciao, Jared. So I'll see you next time, so next Saturday, and I hope this can help make your Kung Fu better, and because this comes directly from the man. I mean, I'm no teacher, I'm just his telephone or his hard disk. I'm trying to bring you what Mr. Chan Chong gave me back in the days, and I tell you that learning the full Hok Seung Ying Kuen from him was real great honor a pleasure in everything. And that's what I'm trying to hand you down. Okay. So thank you, and see you next time, and have a nice dinner. Stay safe.